Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to another session of chemistry classes. Hope everyone is fine at home and praying for the same. Okay. Anyway, let's continue with our session. We have started chemical reactions yesterday. Okay. We have seen what a chemical change is. Okay. Definition for chemical change. Then what happens during a chemical change? The breakage of bonds and new bonds formation. Okay, then how to represent a chemical reaction, okay, in terms of word equation and symbol equation. Then what is the importance of symbol equation? That means chemical equation, balanced chemical equation. Okay, what all information it provides us. Okay, these were the things that we have discussed already. Okay, then we have seen what are the characteristics of a chemical reaction. That also we had seen, right? During some chemical reaction, either you will observe color change or formation of a gas or formation of a precipitate, an insoluble substance. Okay, and definitely some energy changes. There will be either energy absorption or energy release during a chemical reaction. These were the things that we have discussed in the yesterday's class. Okay, the last point, that is what is a evolution or absorption of heat. Okay, during every chemical reaction there will be either absorption or evolution of heat, or rather during every chemical reaction both absorption and evolution of heat happens. Then why we call some chemical reaction exothermic and some endothermic? That depends on how much of heat is taken and how much is liberated. Okay, during every chemical reaction there will be energy taking and release. Why this energy taking and release? For breaking the bonds. For chemical change to happen, definitely bonds should be broken. Okay, this breaking bond part is accompanied with energy taking. That means energy is required for breaking the bonds. Okay, and when these already broken bonds, okay, elements or atoms are free to move, and when they combine in a different ratio, in a different proportion, in different sort of combination, when they again join, okay, new bonds are formed. During the formation of these new bonds, energy will be released. So for bond breakage, energy is needed to be supplied, to be absorbed, to be taken. Okay, and energy will be liberated, given out by that particular compound when new bonds are formed. Okay, this concept is to be kept in mind. Okay, and I told you, even though energy give and take is happening in every chemical reaction, we regard some reactions as exothermic, some reactions as endothermic. So suppose, just imagine that during a chemical reaction, okay, more of the heat is liberated, given out, than what is absorbed. Okay, during some chemical reaction, more of heat is given out than what is taken in during the bond breaking. During bond breaking, energy is given. During new bond formation, energy is given out. Okay, for bond breaking, energy is to be supplied. Okay, for bond formation, energy will be given out. Okay, this heat or energy which is given out during the new bond formation, if it is more than what we have supplied for the bond breakage, then it is called exothermic reaction. Okay, and the other reaction where more of energy is needed for the bond breakage than what is given out by the new compound, then it's called endothermic. I think that part is clear. Okay, if it is clear, just raise your hand. Okay, is it okay? Could you all follow me? Yes. Then let's move to the next topic, that is for today's topic. Okay, that is types of chemical reaction. Okay, yesterday we have seen what is chemical change, what are the characteristics, all those things we have seen. Now, today we are going to see types of chemical changes or types of chemical reaction. As per your syllabus, there are 4 types of chemical changes or reactions to be studied. Okay, we will one by one see all those. Okay, at least to the first one we will complete today. That's what my target is for today's class. Okay, so types of chemical changes. So, there are 4 types, as I have told you, there are 4 types of chemical reactions to be studied in class 9. The first type is the direct combination. First type is the direct combination. As the very term describes, it is formed by this chemical change is happened by combination of, okay, direct combination, or it is even regarded with another one more term called synthesis. Okay, the other term used for direct combination is synthesis. Okay, where either one element combines with another element, or one compound combines with another element, or one compound combines with another compound. Okay, they will be joining. The format will be as it is given there in the book. A plus B gives AB. This is the simple representation of this direct combination reaction. Okay, direct combination reaction can be written like this in a, what is it, in a symbolic way. Okay, this A and B stand for reactant parts and AB stand for the product. This is the reactant. Product. Okay, so as you can see, this reactants A and B, this A and B can be just atoms of elements, okay, or one compound and one element, or one compound with another compound. This A and B can be either elements or a mixture of compound and an element, or 2 compounds. We will see each of those with example, then you will understand it better. Okay, so how will we define this direct combination reaction? What is the definition for direct combination reaction? As it is mentioned there on page number 21, a chemical reaction in which two or more elements or compounds react to form one new compound. Okay, during direct combination reaction or synthesis reaction, 2 or more elements or compounds combine, join, synthesize to give one product. Okay, you can see the product part. Okay, A and B were the reactants, and they have joined, they have synthesized, they have combined to give you AB. Okay, suppose if we had A, B and C, the compound should be ABC. Okay, that's what direct combining, direct combination or synthesis reaction. Okay, we are going to target only on direct combination reactions today. The other types, there are 3 more types. Okay, second one is decomposition reaction, then displacement reaction, and the fourth type is double decomposition reaction. These are the 4 reactions for class 9 students now. Okay, there are 4 types of chemical reactions to be studied. First one, direct combination, as we have written here. Then decomposition, double decomposition, and displacement. These are the 4 types of reaction, and today we will be targeting only on the direct combination or synthesis reaction. Okay, so this format, once you can remember. Okay, now this is just a symbolic format. Okay, I mean, what is it? In terms of ABC, better we being chemistry students, we can go in terms of symbols of the chemical elements and compounds. Then it will be more clearly understood. I'll take one example. So here, this is one type, which is this type where synthesis reaction. I told you there can be 3 types of synthesis reaction. Okay, one, an element to element synthesis joining combination. Okay, here you can see carbon is an element. Okay, oxygen is another element. Okay, carbon is one element, oxygen is another element, and these 2 elements join to give you CO, that means carbon monoxide. Okay, carbon element combines with another element, oxygen, to give you carbon monoxide. This is the first type of synthesis reaction where atoms of atom of an element combines with atom of another element to give you a compound. Okay, this is the first type. Then there can be plenty of examples like this. Okay, not only this carbon and oxygen, it can be iron and sulfur, sulfur and oxygen. Okay, there can be metal, oxidation of metals and non-metals. Okay, carbon, nitrogen, oxides of nitrogen also is formed in this way only. Nitrogen, when nitrogen combines with oxygen, element to element. Okay, nitrogen and oxygen are both elements. They can combine to form different types of oxides. Like we have discussed in one of the previous classes, oxides of nitrogen. There are many. Even NO, NO2, N2O4, all those different oxides of nitrogen are formed by this direct combination only, combining nitrogen with oxygen. Okay, then sulfur, oxides of sulfur can also be. There are 2 types of oxides of sulfur, SO2, SO3. These are formed by direct combination. Okay, then sodium chloride formation. Sodium can combine with chlorine, NaCl. That is direct combination. Okay, oxides of metal, that again is direct combination. Magnesium when combines with oxygen, it gives MgO. That's a direct combination. There can be plenty of examples of this sort. Okay, element to element combination. Now we're going to the second type of combination, that is when an element combines with a compound. Okay, let's take this very same compound itself, carbon monoxide. Okay, let's take carbon monoxide and let it combine with oxygen. So here we have the balanced chemical equation for the formation of carbon dioxide by the combination of carbon monoxide and oxygen. So here, this is the second type of synthesis reaction. Okay, where carbon monoxide is a compound already. What is the difference between an element and a compound? An element will have only one type of atom. So carbon, it was just an element. Oxygen, just an element. And carbon monoxide, it's a combination of carbon and oxygen. So two different types of elements are combined, joined. So that's a compound, isn't it? Even though elements and compounds are pure substances, elements will consist of only one type of atom. Compounds will have more than one type of atom in fixed ratio. Is it? This is what you have studied in the previous classes, right? I hope you have studied. Am I right? Yes. Then, this is the second type of combination reaction where carbon, this is just an example, okay? This carbon monoxide is just an example. There can be plenty of this sort too. Okay? Carbon monoxide combines with oxygen. This is an element, this is a compound, and this is an element, and another compound is formed, carbon dioxide is formed. Is it clear? This is the second type of combination reaction, synthesis reaction. Okay, now we have a third type also. Both are compounds, both reactants are compounds, and it will give rise to another new compound. Okay, in that type we have say SO3, sulfur trioxide. It's a compound, okay, with H2O, water, will give you H2SO4, sulfuric acid. We have started with sulfur trioxide and water. They are both compounds. Sulfur trioxide is an oxide of sulfur, that's a compound. Water, you know, it's a combination of hydrogen and oxygen. It again is a compound, isn't it? Okay, when these two compounds combine, join, synthesize, we get sulfuric acid. Okay, that very strong acid. You might have heard of sulfuric acid, isn't it? If not seen, at least you definitely have heard of sulfuric acid. It's even known as king of all chemicals. Okay, sulfuric acid, it's a very much needed chemical in the laboratory, in the industry as well. Okay, so this sulfuric acid is prepared by this method, by combining sulfur trioxide with water. So this again is a synthesis reaction where two compounds join to give another compound. This again is A plus B gives AB, same is the format. But the difference is this A plus B gives AB can be different in terms of elements or compounds, whether atoms of elements are combining or whether different compounds are combining to give you another new compound or not. Okay, these are the three types of synthesis reactions. These are the three types of synthesis reactions. Okay, now I hope this direct combination or synthesis reaction is clear. It's fine. Yes. Now we have some examples given there in the book. Okay, regarding this synthesis reaction, different types of synthesis reaction. You better be thorough with these different types of synthesis reactions. One, as I have already mentioned, oxidation of non-metals and metals. What is a non-metal and metal? How we discussed it in some class. What is a non-metal? I think in one of the previous week's class I have told you, non-metals have the ability to gain electron, metals have the ability to lose electron. In order to attain stability, metals will either give 1, 2 or 1, 2 or 3 electron to get to the octet state, but non-metals usually have the tendency of gaining electron. Okay, that characteristic property is what help us to identify a metal from a non-metal. Okay, metals are electron losers and non-metals are electron gainers. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, anyway, when either a metal or a non-metal combines with oxygen, they definitely form compounds, oxides of metal or non-metal. Okay, you might have studied the oxides of non-metals, their nature, all those things. I mean, non-metal oxides are normally acidic oxides like oxides of sulfur, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, then oxide of carbon, that is carbon dioxide, then some oxides of nitrogen. They are all like NO3. Okay, these all are acidic oxides. Then non-metal oxides are normally basic oxides. Okay, anyway, these oxides of metal or non-metal are formed by the combining reaction, or rather we call it oxidation of metal or non-metal. These all are examples of combination reaction. Okay, oxidation of a metal or a non-metal is example of combination reaction. That is element to element combination reaction. Then reaction of acidic oxide or basic oxide with water. Reaction of acidic oxide we have already seen, sulfur trioxide SO3 when combines with water gives sulfuric acid. Sulfur dioxide when combines with water will give sulfurous acid, H2SO3. Okay, nitrogen dioxide NO2 when combines with water it gives HNO3. So like that, many, even carbon dioxide when combines with water gives carbonic acid, H2CO3. Okay, so these are all combination of acidic oxides with water, okay, or non-metal oxides with water. That is a direct combination method, but direct combination of one compound with another compound. Am I clear? Okay. Yes. Then we have the third type of combination reactions as direct combination of elements, I mean other than oxygen. That's what. Okay. Like I have already told you, sodium when combined with chlorine, Na, when combines with Cl gives NaCl. Similarly, aluminium can also form aluminium chloride, aluminium fluoride, magnesium fluoride, chloride. Okay, all the metals when combined with a non-metal directly in the elemental form, that again is regarded as what is a direct combination reaction only. Okay, then few more direct combination reactions are given on page number 23. Some common industrially important direct combination reactions. Okay, like burning of hydrogen. You know, hydrogen is a very good fuel, isn't it? Hydrogen is a good fuel, and even the scientists are thinking about making hydrogen the future fuel. Okay, presently we are facing some issues with the transport of hydrogen. I mean, cost of production is much high. That is the reason why hydrogen is not so popular, but it is the best non-fuel. Okay, when hydrogen burns, means actually it is combining with oxygen. When hydrogen burns, hydrogen is combining with oxygen. Okay, and it gives a lot of heat energy and no other harmful side effect, side product other than water. Hydrogen when combines with oxygen, H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. Okay, or 2H2 plus O2 gives heat is required. Hydrogen when catches fire, it combines with oxygen of the air to give you water as the product. Okay, and this is a direct combination method of great importance for the future also. So this is one common example. Then another example, you might have heard of ammonia, right? NH3. This ammonia is prepared by combining nitrogen and hydrogen. Yesterday, I think in the class we have taken this example. 3H2 plus N2 gives 2NH3. This example I have discussed in the class yesterday. So this again is another combination, direct combination reaction only. Haber process of making ammonia. Okay, then preparation of sulfuric acid, I have already shown you the step. Okay, SO3 plus H2O gives H2SO3. That is another industrially important combination reaction. Then formation of ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride can be formed by combining NH3 plus HCl gives NH4Cl. Okay, so this is ammonium chloride. This is formed by the combination of NH3 and HCl. This again is another industrially important combination, direct combination or synthesis reaction. Then magnesium carbonate, calcium carbonate can also be made in this format. MgO, magnesium oxide, when combined with carbon dioxide gives you magnesium carbonate. Calcium also, calcium oxide CaO, when combined with carbon dioxide gives you calcium carbonate. Okay, these are some direct combination reaction and formation of nitrides, obviously. Magnesium nitride, calcium nitride, as it is given at the last of page number 23. Calcium, magnesium, and aluminium nitrides are also formed by the direct combination reaction. Okay, and here I'm stopping today's discussion part. Okay, that means today we have studied only one type of chemical reaction out of the 4. Okay, there are 4 types of chemical reaction to be studied in class 9, of which we have studied only one type, that is the direct combination method. Okay, and the various types of direct combination method with the balanced chemical equation we have seen, and all those other chemical equations which are given there in the book you must be familiar with. Okay, I won't say you to by heart all those chemical reaction. Better you try to write the chemical equation from the word equation and try balancing it. By hearting all the chemical reactions, balanced chemical equation is not at all possible, because we will be coming across hundreds of chemical reaction, and all those are to be by hearted. It's not possible. Okay, and once you see a chemical reaction, you try to write the word equation and try to convert it into symbol and try to balance it. This is what you can do. Okay, now we can go in today's discussion part. Means if you have any queries or anything, you can ask me. Then okay, you can raise hands. I will unmute those who raise hands. Then we can have a discussion or clarification or anything is required. That can be done now for the coming 12 to 13 minutes. Okay. Any queries? Any doubts? Those who have doubts, just raise your hands. I will unmute them. No doubts? That means today's part is completely clear. If there is no doubt, then we will, yes.
Good morning.
Sayushi, good morning.
I have doubt in balancing the chemical.
Balancing chemical equation. Actually, balancing chemical equation, it's done with the trial and error method. That means you will be adding numbers on min. Okay. Okay, can you tell me an example which I can take?
Yes, sir. Potassium bromide plus chlorine gives
Calcium. Pardon?
that
Calcium.
potassium bromide plus chlorine gives potassium chloride plus bromine.
Yes, potassium bromide plus chlorine gives potassium chloride plus Br2. This is the equation you are talking about. Okay? And in balancing, what you have to first you try to go for balancing the metallic part. Okay? If the metallic part you find already balanced, then you go for the number of non-metal atoms. Okay? And if there is oxygen, try to balance oxygen at the last. This is the general concept regarding balancing. Okay, and here you can see K and K, it's already balanced on both sides. Then what we will next check is either Cl or Br. Here you can see Br and Br2. Here only one atom of bromine and here two atoms. Is it balanced then?
No.
No, it's not balanced. And here see Cl2 and KCl. That again is not balanced. So then what we will do? Can we rub this number, this number? That's not possible. We cannot do anything with these subscripts. Okay? These numbers, we cannot do anything. We cannot change anything at all because that is a fixed formula. Cl2, chlorine will not remain a single Cl atom. So it's a diatomic molecule and chlorine will be represented as Cl2. Bromine also, a single atom of bromine will not exist. It will exist as diatomic molecule only. So Br2 is the formula that we cannot change. Then what else can be done? We can put some numbers here, here, or here to balance these numbers. Okay, what we can do is to put some numbers here, 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 or here to balance the entire thing. Did you get me? Are you see? So for that, what we will do is, in order to make this Br, here Br and Br2, what we can do is put a 2 here. Then what will happen? Here it is 2 Br and Br2. Br2 part is balanced. Okay. Then what goes wrong with that? Here it is 2K and here it's only 1K. So this also to be balanced now. So we will put the same 2 here. So K is balanced. Okay, here 2K, here also 2K. Okay, here 2Br and Br2 balanced. And here Cl2, 2Cl. That is also balanced. Okay, so what we are permitted to do is to put some numbers with the compounds on this side only. Here only you will be able to do, not as subscripts. Okay, because the formula is already fixed. What we are permitted to do is to put some numbers here, 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 or here to balance on both sides. Okay, this is how, this is called the trial and hit and trial method. And this is how normally balancing is done at this level. Later you will study partial equation method in higher level. And now it is very tough to make you understand this partial equation method. So I'm not going for that. Okay, this hit and trial method is useful and that you can do. Okay, that's all now. Yes. Urvashi.
Good morning, sir. Sir, there is one question for balancing that I'm unable to balance.
Okay.
Please, can you explain?
Yes, once you try, tell me the question.
Sir, NH4Cl plus CaOH2.
1 minute. Okay, let me note down. NH4Cl
Plus Ca, the OH whole twice,
CaOH whole twice
is equals to Ca Cl2.
Ca,
Cl2
Cl2,
plus what? H2O
2O
plus NH3.
plus.
NH3.
Okay, here let's consider the metals first. Okay, Ca and Ca is balanced. Ca and Ca is already balanced. Now the next thing to balance, let's go for the non-metal chlorine. Okay, and as I have told you, you keep the what is say oxygen for the last, oxygen at the last. Okay, so Ca is already balanced. Then if the chlorine is to be balanced, what you have to do? You have to put 2 here, 2 Cl and Cl2. That's done now. Okay. Then we have let's go for ammonia, that is NH4 and NH3. Okay. Mean nitrogen. Okay. Let's go for nitrogen then. 2N and here only 1N. Isn't it? So we will put 2 here. Nitrogen is balanced. Now what all things are balanced? Calcium balanced, chlorine balanced, nitrogen balanced. Okay. Now what you have to balance is only hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. Hydrogen and oxygen are to be balanced. For that, here how many hydrogen atoms are there? Okay, let it be there. Hydrogen. 2 4s are 8. 8 plus 2, 10. 10 in the reactant parts. Okay, and here how much? 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 2, 8 only. So we will put another 2 here. So 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 2 3s are 6. That's equal to 10. Balanced. Hydrogen is also balanced. Okay. Now, how many oxygen totally? O2 and 2O. That's all done. Okay. Is it clear, Urvashi?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Adarsh Tiwari.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, I want to ask that you have told to do the balancing equation so that we can do in a classwork copy.
Balancing equation, the entire balancing equation you want to do in the copy. Better you can have okay. If you are doing it, do it from the back side. Balancing. Okay. Whatever equation that I have asked you to solve in the notebook part means. As notes, I have asked you to attend a few questions. No, only those questions be with the notes, and other things you balance at the back side of the book. Okay, is it fine, others?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay, anything else? Any other clarification required? So in today's class, we have discussed only a single type of chemical reaction, that is called the direct combination or synthesis, and the 3 different types of possible direct combination. Yes, Mayank Kumar.
Good morning.
Yes, Mayank. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Good morning.
Sir, can you please balance this?
Pardon?
Sir, can you please balance this question, this equation?
Okay, just tell, let me try.
Cu plus HNO3.
Pardon? Ca.
Cu
Okay. Plus,
plus HNO3
yes. Give
gives CuNO3
CuNO3
NO3 whole NO3 whole twice plus H2O
H2O
plus NO2.
plus NO2.
Say you can do by mathematical way.
Pardon?
Say you can do by mathematical way.
No, I will be doing the hit and trial method only. Mathematical way, if you want to do, you are free to do that. Okay?
In that only I have
Pardon? I'm not able to hear you. Not clear. Your voice is not clear.
Mathematical way.
Pardon?
Sir, by mathematical way only I am not able to. By hit and trial method I have done. Sir, only this
That's enough.
question.
No. Why you are so specific about the mathematical way if you can do it with the hit and trial method? I'm not maths expert, but hit and trial method we can do. That's if that balancing is what is required. No, not the method. Huh? Okay, then that's fine then. Okay, I think our today's class timing is over and we can wind up today's class. And when you come for the next day's class, once you revise these previous topics, okay, so that it will be easy for us to go forward easily. Okay, then see you all in the next class. That's on Saturday. Okay, bye.